working out some of the bugs for me of the culture and of the, administrative bureaucracy and things, postal delivery people who just don't want to, so they just go put it back at the post office, so you have to go get it, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, and learning, like, where do I go to get my package if it's not at the post office, and new information that doesn't really tell you anything other than the name of where your package is located. So you have to figure all that out. Where is that? There's two of them. Which one is it at? Does this message tell me what maybe I need to translate everything into English so I can understand what they're trying to communicate to me in the instructions. Still no clearer. So then a lot of wandering around and trying to figure it out, and ultimately ending up at the post office and going, "Por favor, ayúdame."
Him again.
Yes. Although I have gotten to know one or two, especially one of the post office staff, Senor Bruno, who helps me. I managed to pull a number and get him frequently, so he's very familiar with me now. And he speaks a little bit of English, and I explained to him early on that I only speak very little Portuguese, and we work it out. And he's like the Portuguese, and this is part of the real positive aspect that has really worked for me. The anecdote is, if you ask a Portuguese for directions, they'll take you to where you want to go. In this case, I was in the post office. I was explaining to him in my broken Portuguese and his broken English that this package had been delivered to something called Locky, and I figured out what that was. The only one I could figure out where it was way, 2 kilometers away.
Yeah.
And I went there and it didn't work. And he said, no. And he said, here, he said, you wait. And then he went around through the door, came back out the door, said, follow me. And he took me outside the building. So this guy left his position from behind the counter, walked me outdoors, down the street just a little bit to the end of sort of the post office part. And there was a parcel delivery system called Locky right there. So that was the one that made more sense. Except I went inside the post office to look for it. And the photo I had, they were all orange doors, and I didn't see any orange doors anywhere. All I saw was post office boxes. And I'm going, that's why I went to the other one. And ultimately, I'd walked past those boxes many times as I went to the post office, but I just never saw them because they kind of blend into the building. It's like they're camouflaged. You don't see them unless you're looking for them. And even then, I was looking for them. I was just looking in the wrong place. Now, those have purple doors. The ones at the first place I went had, I think they had the orange doors. And the one at the post office where I was supposed to go had white doors. So the picture
is it? Yeah, that's a corporate mistake, isn't it? They should be consistent on that to help people, I think.
Yeah, or in the photo, just give you 3 boxes that have 3 different colors.
Oh, hold on, that was Spain, mate. That was Spain. My bad.
Okay, well, either way, it still looks the same. Yeah. So, the first time I went, I said, okay, I need to put in, it's a PIN, but the email called it a code, but I think this is what I want. It's the right number of digits. I put it in, it didn't work. Said, enter your PIN. I go, well, I just entered the code and it wasn't working. So I gave up. I just couldn't figure it out. And then when I went to the post office, and Senor Bruno, he then takes me step by step. He says, then you do this, and then you do this. And I really get to fight my ego here because I'm not a child. I already know that. You don't have to show me everything. That's what's going on inside. And he's just trying to be as helpful as he can be. So I let it go. But that's my work. My ongoing work is not to think that because someone's trying to make it simple, it means they think I'm stupid. It just means language is the challenge, figuring out, and he's trying to help. So he did. He put the code in once, and boop, the door opened. I said, well, okay. So if I had been in the right location, I would have done it completely right. I would have put the code in, and the door would have opened. But these are the kinds of things when you're still relatively new to a culture and a country and a language that you get to spend a lot of time, not too much time stressing about, although I had 5 days to get it worked out before it got sent back. So I'm on a timeline, which I'm not used to. But that's all part of being in a new environment, and that's really helps us to stave off Alzheimer's and those kinds of things. Like, get your brain working, man. It's working
Right.
every minute of every day.
Well, it's real life Sudoku, isn't it? You know,
Yeah, yeah. Who needs the puzzle?
exactly. Like when you were talking before, I was hearing the theme of Mission Impossible. You know those bomb. It's like we know it from being kids, don't we? And then the film franchise, but I think it's a little roll of congas or bongos, and it goes
Uh-huh.
dun 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 dun.
Hello. Hello.
That could be.
Hello.
But
Can't stop there. Just do the whole theme.
that's everyday life, isn't it? And the funny thing is, another image is snakes and ladders because you're taken way back, aren't you? You know that sort of ego blow. It's like it takes you right back, doesn't it? It can take you back decades rather than just back to last week or when you first arrived in Portugal. The feeling of that is quite immense and something to behold within ourselves, I think.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you're right. The feeling is there, but it no longer controls my actions. It doesn't even really influence
Well
my
done.
actions. I'm just aware that it's going on and say, okay, be quiet. You'll be all right. You'll figure it out. And say, all
Yeah.
right. So, they're just trying to help you. Just let them help. That's what they're doing. And you need help. You need to admit, and this is, I don't know if this is an American thing or a human thing or what it is, but maybe it's a man thing, asking for help means you're weak and you're stupid, so it's like, you just got to let that go. It's like, yes, I do need help and I haven't been able to figure it out. And even though now that I know where the boxes are, I can probably do everything and do it right. He's helping me. So just let all that process inside my head rather than going, I know, here, get out of the way. I can do it.
Yes. How very dare you, sir?
Yes.
Yeah. Clearly, you do need help, sir. All right.
Or I wouldn't be out here on the street with you. I would be back on my post helping people with their mail.
That's right. And on this matter, you said, "Is it American?" I want to check with you the word "stupid" because I there was a little thing from Matt this morning. You can't cure stupid. Like me, Mel gets frustrated when people call others who have different ideas stupid. Is stupid a lesser insult in America, perhaps, or are people just happy to call each other out more easily, readily?